You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
God is dead.
Please, God, just help me stop. I don't want to do this. Lieutenant Carson.
Howdy.
Fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna cut this shit off.
Carson's voice is gone, so what we're going to do is we're just going to communicate through drops this entire episode.
It would help if my fucking things didn't still suck ass. Ugh. Gavin is right. Oh my god, dude, this is... I'm going to stop talking about it, but holy shit, it really pisses me off. Yeah, so my voice has randomly decided to take a vacation. I've done no screaming. I've done no talking for 486 days.
Wow.
And this is the price I pay. I have no idea. I literally didn't talk to anybody all day. And then I went to my parents' house and I said,
allergic to cats.
What?
You're allergic to cats.
I am. And I saw cats today.
I know.
I saw the Broadway play, of course.
Yes, the one where they dress up in full furry costumes.
Right, and they kill a cat.
And they go through the quarry, and they go through the quarry.
And
they go through the audience.
And they have to have a quorum right there on
right
stage.
right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it was before the cats, honestly. I started talking to my mom, first person I talked to all day, all week. And I was like, and then it was just like instantly my voice was just not around.
No bueno.
And I kind of just want to talk about that today. I think that should be the subject of today's show.
I meant to ask you, do you have those microphones those other microphones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want one so you can
I
be
can lean
completely
back.
off camera?
Yeah.
Grab a cable right behind you. There's 2 cables there. You just need one. And then 1, 2, 3. And then there's 2 little mic bags right next to that. Grab one of those. Hand me the cable. We can multitask this. While you get that little sister. You pull that little sister out while your job was
Pull the
way
little
easier.
twisted sister out.
I feel like I got the end of the stick. I think yeah. This is called a female end. This is a male end. And
You put the holes. Yeah.
you got to put it right in your holes.
Right in the
Take
holes.
that. Take it that way. Sorry, folks. We're doing
We're doing some preset work.
we're doing some preset work, whatever that
No,
means.
honestly, I think no, today I don't know why, but I've just been not in a good mood, so I apologize. Just not been. Can I put in any one of these slots? I'm putting in.
Put
this.
in that one. Yeah, guys. Gavin is really giving me the once over here.
Yeah, that's loud.
alright.
I just kind of I don't know. I've just been pooped.
Well, let's talk it out. But before you say that, this is episode 72 of the It Takes All Kinds podcast. We are recording this late into the night.
Oh wait, there we go. That's
That was perfect. I thought you were getting me ready.
No.
Late into the night on Monday, July, almost said April for some reason. July 18th.
I thought it was June.
You said something crazy last week. I forgot what it
Yeah.
was. You'll be hearing this on Friday, July 22nd, when Gavin and I will be in Chicago finally.
Chi-Town,
Chi-Town with the
Chirac,
boys.
allegedly.
So go on. You were on O Block earlier.
Yeah. No, really excited to go. I'm just coming off of a 6-day work week, so that's one reason why I'm kind of pissed off, because this is my first day off, and then I have 3 days of working again, and then I'm off for 4 days, and I'm working for 4 days, and then I'm
But it's
off
nice
for
you
2
get
days.
off for a good weekend.
A solid weekend where I get to finally do something that I want to do and not ruin it by sleeping or
Right.
just playing video games the entire weekend.
Right.
So
you can't even bring video games. It's
I'm not going
permitted.
to. I'm not going to.
I called Amtrak and I said, "Oop, just gave out what we were doing."
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, you guys, whenever Gavin gets on the train, take his Xbox if he has it."
Yeah,
and
confiscate
bash
it. Confiscate it and put it up where he can't reach it.
I
They're gonna
I,
hold it up above my head. I'm gonna say, "Give me my Xbox. And they're gonna say, you didn't earn it.
I prepaid postage for them to mail it back home. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, interrupt. You've been working a lot.
Yeah, so I've been working a lot, and it's been really busy at the hospital. One common drug that we used to see a lot, especially during the winter months, whenever COVID had that spike in the winter, was remdesivir. Remdesivir?
Oh, I thought it was promethazine.
No. Promethazine? Is that what you're saying?
Promethazine.
Okay, yeah.
You wouldn't.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
And we've had to make a lot more of those recently, so I think COVID cases are coming back up. And I usually...
And that's a COVID...
That's a COVID treatment.
Right. And you said it treats something else too, right?
Treats hepatitis as well.
Right.
So there's that, and then there's also been a heck of a lot of sodium bicarbs that come back, and those take a long time. I'm just putting it out there that it takes a long time to make because you have to pull out 150 milliliters of the sterile water or sodium chloride, mostly sterile water most of the time, and then you put in 150 milliliters out of 3 individual 50 ml bottles into it's just really tedious and it takes a lot of time. It's like 15 minutes minimum to do it just because it takes to do one, and it's just kind of annoying. But remdesivir is pretty quick, but you do have to dilute it with 19, then you pull up 20, and then you pull 20 out of the bag, and then put 20 into the bag. So
I always miss that step. And if you guys are doing this along at home,
if you've been following along at home,
I hope you have.
Yeah, be sure to keep. We're gonna have a bingo card come out here pretty soon.
Bingo card.
Yeah, bingo card. We're gonna have a bingo card coming out real quick here, and what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be. You know what? That's one thing I noticed is that whenever I do a country accent, I start talking really fast while doing it.
Because you want to be a 1
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I could be taking bets over here. So, yeah. So just finished watching the Home Run Derby.
Mm-hmm. Did you say Stranger Things?
Well, yeah, I know you finished Stranger Things.
I did. Home Run Derby, though.
The Home Run Derby, we just finished watching that, and congratulations, Juan Soto, 23 years old.
Let's bring him out.
Let's bring him out, Juan Soto.
Come out here, Juan. And all my everything's still.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Let's do this one.
Albert Pujols beat Kyle Schwarber first round. There we go. I forgot about those.
I did too.
I forgot about what. So I forgot about those, but yeah. So it was kind of crazy to watch Albert Pujols beat Kyle Schwarber and almost beat. Who was it? Juan Soto, wasn't it? Yeah, almost beat Juan Soto.
Oh yeah,
and make it to the finals, which was kind of bizarre, but to each their own. I thought it was entertaining. Probably not going to watch the All-Star game because they've replaced like every All-Star this season. Like,
why is that?
There's just been a lot of really, ticky-tack, just little injuries that everybody has. Like Arenado was out with his back injury. Trout has back spasms right now, so he got replaced.
Oh, so Arenado's not playing anymore?
No, Arenado's not playing either. Michaelis got inducted in, or was not inducted in, but got selected because I think Corbin Burns and Josh Hader both got called out, they got injured at some point. So it's just kind of weird, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, I wasn't even gonna watch the Home Run Derby tonight, and you were like, "We should watch that." I was like, "Sure."
That Sean had mentioned it, and I wanted to watch it, but I was like, he was like, "Did you talk to Carson about watching?" I'm like, "No, I actually didn't." But because you're such a baseball fan now, you're such a
fanatic,
such a sports head.
Fanatic.
They call him ball head over here.
They do. That's what they call me.
Yeah, they call him big ball head.
They call me that in my apartment complex.
They say, "Hey, here comes ball head right there."
There's ball head coming over here. He loves that ball.
He loves sports balls.
And he always has that ball and chain with him.
One thing I've noticed, gas prices have been down under $4.
Yeah, finally. Thanks, Joe Brandon.
Joe Brandon, goddamn it.
Bro
Jandon. Sorry, that's me. I'm
freaking me out that there's ghosts in the shell.
Ghosts in the graveyard.
My favorite game.
And
they're fun.
And Hostage. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I play. Sometimes I just play it with people in the neighborhood.
Yeah, pick up random people and
I don't tell them, but that's why it's fun.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Speaking of that, I saw the black phone. I want to get back to.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. I actually was thinking about it today about just the black phone in general, because I figured maybe you had seen it.
Yeah,
because I know you're a big.
I
know you're a big horror fan.
Horror head.
I know you're a big horror fan.
Yeah, so gas prices. Were there anything about gas prices you wanted to say?
I think it's because it was because America allowed Venezuela to buy gas from them or something like that. So it was something weird. And Venezuela, I'm pretty sure, is still on like the Bitcoin standard. They like made Bitcoin like still.
Yeah, I think they're kind of
They're weird.
Venezuela's. I don't.
Crypto markets
might
are up
be-
as well. Just
Oh, thank God,
yeah.
dude!
Oh, it's
Finally, I
just-
can buy my Brad coin.
yeah. They're up to, well, Bitcoin's back up to like 22K. It was down to like 17, 18K. So
Glad I bought in the dip, dude.
yeah, I'm a big
Hodl.
crypto bro.
I am.
Hodl.
I am, dude. But yeah, so gas, like how long that felt. Gas prices are back down. Thanks, Venezuela. Thanks, Brandon.
The I did that sticker. You know,
Oh, yeah.
we need to get.
I never
those.
saw one of those. I know.
You
we
never
should.
saw those? It
Mm-mm.
was all over. Anytime I went to a QT in St. Louis, they were always around.
Really?
Sorry, one more thing
No, that's fine.
before I get to the black phone.
We'll get. Yeah, I'm talking.
Speaking of
about gas prices,
QT,
too.
speaking of QT, there was a
Local
armed-
gas station. by
local
the way.
gas station. Not, I guess not local, but Missouri.
Local to
based.
Missouri. Sorry.
Yeah.
I should have been more specific.
There was a St. Charles open Penn Station East Coast subs, open till 10. Dine in, takeout, delivery.
What does that have to do with?
That's just an ad right there. But QT, there was someone who had robbed a gas station with that knife point and injured the gas register.
the gas register.
The gas station attendant,
Uh-huh.
and went to a different gas station and was shot and killed by someone. They were holding the cash register attendant hostage. And I guess,
Okay.
and this was at like 3 a.m. So random gas station attendee, just attending there. They were just, going to get gas. Came in, saw they were being robbed at knife point. Went back to his car, grabbed a gun. I don't know what the gun was, but I don't think it was a rifle. I think it was a pistol
Probably.
or a handgun, and was like, "Hey, I got something for you," and shot the guy dead.
So wait. So robbed one, went to the other,
Yeah.
held that person hostage.
Yeah, like
while they were robbing.
while they
him.
were robbing him. Yeah,
And then another attendee came in.
random person.
Oh,
No, just
random person
Yeah,
came in.
like somebody just coming in.
The Terminator came in and
Yeah.
said, "Look what I got for you,
Yeah.
baby.
I got something for you.
I have something to show you."
So that was an interesting story that came out.
Shot and killed, dead.
Yeah, and so now they have to go through due process to figure out if the killing was justified.
I had due process
And that's
earlier in the toilet.
yeah, that's called having a good guy with a gun, Carson.
Can I make that joke again? I processed due earlier in the toilet. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good guys deserve guns, okay? And we need more good guys out there with guns
And there was
in the classrooms.
we need a policeman in the back of every classroom with a gun, AR-15. Back
I get
of
a
every
policeman behind me right now.
classroom. Yeah, in the closet.
He's not coming out, but
Wow.
he's not gay.
Do you pay him hourly? Or?
He's a cop. He's not gay, Gavin. Jesus.
No such thing as gay cops.
No, not at all. Not in Brandon's country.
No. I did that.
I was gonna say something about that. We should make our own stickers, but they just it just looks like it says "I did that," but it's just a bunch of jumbled words.
Yeah.
It's like, did I do that?
Yeah, there we go. That's actually a real Joe Biden quote.
Right, exactly.
Make it a real Joe Biden quote.
Make a real Bo Jed.
Yeah, but
The Black Phone.
yeah. So The Black Phone is
Is it
a movie.
1970?
It's a movie that has Ethan Hawke, usually a
Yes.
action figure, right?
Typically a small form action figure. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen any other movie with Ethan Hawke in it. Is what I found out.
Whenever
after.
I think of Ethan Hawke, for some reason I think of Footloose. I don't think he was in that, but
I think he was too young.
yeah. But I think of
Well,
Footloose.
maybe not too young. Well, actually, I did see a movie with him in it, and I don't even know what fucking character he played, but he was in The Northman, which I also saw recently.
He wears a lot of makeup in most things, I think.
Probably. Yeah. Oh, I guess. Well, no, I didn't even watch that. I only saw clips. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I recognize.
Personally,
these
watches mob movies.
Right, and he's not been in any mob movies. Yeah, I don't. He's in the new Marvel Moon Knight series.
Okay. I
He
think
was
I
in-
knew that.
He was in The Purge. Never saw.
I think I do know that as well.
I've never seen Dead Poet Society. That's like the oldest movie.
I hate that movie so much.
Oh, do you
dude.
really?
Hate that
I have
movie.
another movie I want to talk about that I hate.
That movie we had to watch for English class, and I fell asleep like 8 times during it. I tried waking up
Interesting.
multiple times, and it was just so fucking boring, and I didn't understand.
I'll probably end up hating it then. I really want to watch it, and now I don't want to.
No, you should watch it.
I will. I definitely will. So he was in that, but I don't. I've never seen any other movie. I guess other than The Northman, which I didn't.
He was in Boyhood.
I've never seen that either. I've heard of that. Where do you see Boyhood at?
Oh,
yeah, there it is.
I guess he wasn't in it. He wrote for it.
Oh, cool. But yeah, so he was in it, which was like.
No, he did. He was in it. Never mind. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry.
He was in. I was gonna. Yeah, so people were kind of, I think, shocked that he was in it, but I don't know what he's done before very well.
Oh, he's
And he's done
Ethan
some
Hawke's the
other-
villain in Moon Knight. That's how I know that.
I don't know what that is.
He's a villain. He's a villain.
Oh,
in
he's the okay.
Yeah.
He was in Sinister, which is another horror movie. Obviously, The Purge, but whatever. I don't know what he
Twitch on.
plays in Sinister. I've never seen it. That's another one on my butt shit list. My butt shit list. So he was So Black Phone. It's
Is it good? Is it 99, 100% like Rotten Tomatoes has been advertising it as?
Well, I honestly,
As a horror movie critic yourself,
I honestly have to say I've seen every horror movie,
all of them.
and this is the best one. Now, I honestly was kind of disappointed, and I still can't.
Is it because of the hype?
I'll get to that. No. Because I don't pay attention to that shit. It was slightly hype, but that's not why. I still can't pinpoint exactly why I didn't like it, but I think it has to do with the kid actors in it. And
That's
I also,
the thing about horror movies. They always have kids in them.
which is fine. And I mean, like, some kid actors are great.
Really good, yeah.
And these ones, some of them were very good, and some of them I was just like, just something a little off about it. And I don't know, some of the dialogue was kind of weird with the kids. And then also, as also a person who's kind of somewhat studied vintage, and obviously I haven't studied like set dressing and stuff like that, but I just felt it's a 70s period movie. It takes place in the 70s. And I don't know, I just didn't feel 70s enough to me. But then I also
It's got to have a sepia filter over it.
It does, and it needs and I listened to a podcast where one of the guys is like a really well-known, actually Emmy award-winning makeup effects guy. He
Okay.
doesn't do set dressing, but he obviously is.
Did he do Vecna's makeup?
He does Vecna. He is Vecna. No, he didn't actually.
Oh, okay.
He actually hates Stranger Things, funny enough,
Really?
which is weird because it seems like something he would, but
Especially because it's a lot of practical effects.
right. And he's been doing this since like probably early 90s.
Okay.
And so I
He's got a
take
little
his,
skin in the game.
yeah, I take his opinion very seriously because I like what he does and I like his opinions. But he seemed to be like it was perfect for the 70s, and like some of it was great, but like some of it I don't know. It's just like it took me out of it a little bit for it being like a 70s movie. But-
Right.
So, anyways, that's not super important. I didn't love it. I loved Ethan Hawke. He was fucking phenomenal. He was so good.
As the grabber.
He seriously was just amazing. He's such a great actor, and I want to see him do more things like that. It was so good.
I just noticed this. The Black
Uh-huh.
Phone has 42,069, which is 42069 reviews.
Screenshot.
Oh,
So he was phenomenal. The main
that's the sex
boy-
number and that's a weed and sex number for those that were wondering.
I love weeds. He was amazing. The main boy actor was very, very good. The dad of the main character, who was like a pretty big part in the movie, but wasn't in it a lot, he was like stupid good. And like, I don't know, it was just like the dialogue between them was very interesting, and like he was super good. So like all the acting was pretty well done. Besides, again, the kids. I mean, but you know, I always got to give them. I always throw the kids a bone. And so for some reason
Is that
that
in
kinda
reference
took
to the
me out.
movie? They're throwing him a bone.
No, I would
Oh,
say
okay.
I would say throwing them a phone,
There you
a black phone, racist.
go. Had to bring race into it. No, I get it.
Jesus, it's just so fricked up. Yeah, so I liked it. I liked the premise of it a little bit. I still kind of had some issues with it. It's like, did you ever see?
The Lovely Bones.
No, fuck. What's the name of it? Split.
No.
You never saw Split?
No, but I think I've seen clips, or I kind of get the premise of it. Multiple personalities and
Yeah, it's kind of too closely resembling Split because it's like there's one main person who's the antagonist who's trapped people in a room,
The Room.
with
Oh, hi,
Tommy
Mark.
Wiseau. And the character, the antagonist, has multiple personalities and keeps changing who they are when they come back to visit the protagonist, the main characters who are trying to escape this
kid.
room. And those themes are both the exact same in both movies. So
And there's kid actors in both?
I think in Split they're
Split.
supposed to be teenagers. I think they're a little bit older. And that movie, Split, is definitely a better movie, and I think most people would agree. But again, so that kind of felt a little lazy, maybe. But other than that, it was great.
Easy
good.
watch.
I would recommend seeing it. And I've heard some kind of people talking about it too, and kind of explaining a little bit more, which that made me go, okay, that's cooler than I actually thought it was. But
Mhm.
because there's I don't, this won't really ruin it, but spoilers if you don't want to hear anything about it. But they the point of obviously I already ruined the fact that there's somebody trapped. So the main character's trapped in the Ethan Hawke's character's house in his basement. Excuse me. And he has to find his way out. And there's been other kids abducted by this grabber character throughout the span of a couple of years. And so this phone that's supposed to be disconnected somehow keeps ringing, and the main character kid keeps talking to these other kids who are supposed to be dead, or we don't know where they are.
Mhm.
And they keep giving him hints on how to escape. And he tries all of these things to try and escape, but none of them work. They all fuck up in some sort of way.
And they die?
The kids are they're either dead or we don't know where they are.
Okay.
The other kids. This kid is not, though. The main character. And so it finally gets to 5 or 6 kids in, the last kid who's supposed to be this sort of person who's was surprising that he didn't escape this guy's clutches. But and then you realize that all of the thing, or no, well, I guess you don't realize it yet. So it gets to the last thing, and finally he interacts with the Ethan Hawke's character to escape. And then you realize that all of these things that these kids have been telling him to do all tie in together for him to make his escape.
Right.
He couldn't just do one to make the escape. He had to do all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Which I didn't even realize that watching that until I heard people talking about it. And I was like, oh, so that's what all that meant. And then I was like, okay, that makes it a little bit cooler to me. So, yeah, I would recommend go see it if you want to. I think you would like it. It's not too scary. Yeah,
You
go
know,
see it.
speaking of scary movies, I saw this TikTok where this guy was like, "Don't watch this movie. Don't watch this movie. You're not gonna be able to sleep tonight." And it was funny because someone duetted and they're like, "All right, challenge accepted." And it was funny because it was like, "Oh yeah, well I can understand. I can live through scary movies longer than you did."
What was the movie?
It was a Netflix movie.
Wish you would have remembered.
I don't want to dig through it right now.
I don't want to do it right now.
No, but it was funny because it was like, then he was like, "I'll report back with results," and he came back and he's like, "It was pretty scary. I won't be able to sleep tonight." He's like, "I might have trouble sleeping tonight." And I was like, "Okay."
That's
And it's like not even like a horror. It wasn't even like a horror TikTok, or there was no like horror TikTokers involved. It was just like 2 random dudes just saying, "Don't watch this movie," or "This movie will scare you to bits." And I was like, wow, that's really scary.
That would scare me, dude.
That's like whenever we were in like middle school, people would be like, "Yeah, watch Insidious without being scared, without jump scares." Like I
Hey.
wouldn't jump at the jump scares.
Yep, I remember that. And people would always tell me about I remember this one girl who you probably know,
Yeah.
who would always talk about her parents letting her watch the Saw movies.
Okay.
And I was always the kid who was just kind of like, I'm like, and there, it's like, yeah, I wasn't even scared of it. And I'd
Yeah.
be like, I can't watch that. That would
Yeah.
scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like I was just the upfront, honest kid. And I hit a lot, and I hit a lot of things about myself, but that wasn't one of them.
I took pride in almost not referencing Grown Ups in middle school.
The movie?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
I saw it. I think near the beginning of 8th grade.
People reference that a lot.
They make there was like a few movies that they would always reference or make jokes about.
I
It was
remember
like Grown Ups. Grown Ups came out like 2008.
They would. Wow, really?
I think so.
They would always reference that the peeing in the pool thing. That's the only thing I know from it. Other than that, I couldn't tell.
Sorry, 2010,
jack.
but still.
That's still longer ago than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw that movie. I think I might have seen like part of the second one or something. I don't know. Couldn't tell you anything about it.
But that's like the
Definitely better than Black Phone.
Yeah. But like all the movies that everybody watched in middle school, I never really watched. I wasn't.
I hung out with the crowd who would always talk about Family Guy in elementary school.
Yeah.
Like all of the fucking time.
Yeah.
And I was one of those kids who like would, have sleepovers and like stay up late and just like
watch
Family Guy, just like waiting for like my parents to come out and then just like turn it off. Or just leave it on and act over your sleep or something.
I think some shows that I would watch at my grandma's house that we wouldn't watch at our actual house was like Ed, Ed and Eddie, like dumb shows.
You couldn't
like that.
watch that?
No, I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, I think it was just because they were just doing stupid shit, and there was like this one really bad bully, like the mean bully kid.
Oh, Kevin?
Yeah.
The backwards hat?
Yeah.
Wow, really? That was one of my favorites as a kid.
I didn't. I did end up watching a lot of it later
Right.
once we were allowed to watch it, but like,
Right. Like last week.
yeah, like last week.
You're
Yeah.
just getting caught up.
Family Guy and Robot Chicken were ones that we always wanted to watch. Robot Chicken was really funny in a sense of like nothing made sense in that whenever we were kids.
I
So we
never
would
liked that
we
show.
laughed our asses off at like all these fucking weird ass skits because it was funny just because it was so weird,
Right.
not that we understood the joke.
Right.
So-
I remember when I was a kid and that came on my friend's TV once, and I watched part of it, and I was just like, I think I was even like scared or something because I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then my friend and I, before that, we watched Talladega Nights,
Wow.
and I think we did get in trouble for watching that at his house.
I'm thinking, what are some other Will Ferrell movies that everybody referenced?
Well, Step Brothers.
Oh yeah, Step Brothers. Yeah, I didn't watch Step Brothers until junior year of college. Not even kidding.
Wow, really?
Yep.
I don't remember when I first watched it.
Funny.
Yeah, it's fine. It was of its time, and now it's gone.
Now-
and we should
yeah.
forget it.
It's very it aged well. Like there's no there's a couple out of taste jokes, but
Yeah, probably.
I think it's just that the Will Ferrell like man baby stuff just kind of wore out pretty thin after that.
Yeah. And I also
at that point in time I was kind of like, okay, yeah, Will Ferrell movies are kind of all the same, but like different plots.
people say about Adam Sandler. I was a big Anchorman fan
That was the one. That's
Yeah.
Anchorman. That's the one everybody referenced.
in
All the
high
time.
school. Yeah.
And I was like,
my
didn't
was
watch
like-
that until quarantine.
Yeah, that was my brother and his friends were part of that, referencing Anchorman all the time, and of course I joined in. But yeah, that was one I really liked. But I just love Step Brothers because I love John C. Reilly. He's
Yeah.
just,
No, I
I
get
love Will Ferrell too, but there's something about
John
John
C.
C.
Reilly is
Reilly's-
sincerely a lot. I think just has a lot better comedy.
he's
Not just loud equals funny.
right. He's great. He's so funny. Hopefully we'll meet him one day. That's one of those people I really
Yeah.
want to
I
meet.
think you definitely could. You're like a degree separated from him.
I'm gonna give him a call. That's true, dude. I'm a degree away from a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you really want to back out and look at the video. 1 degree away from Bill Cosby.
Honestly, might be 2 there.
Might
Sorry.
be 2. There might be 2 degrees. I'll take it.
OJ?
Maybe. I don't know. Starting to think if there's any comedians that are still around who were in like the Naked Gun movies. Probably could be 2 degrees away there. I'll call OJ right now.
Call up
Jay?
John Belushi.
He's dead. Speaking of being degrees away, Chicago, Gavin. We're going to Chicago. I won't go long about it, but I am excited.
No, I'm excited about it as well.
Gavin doesn't want to go.
You guys keep saying that.
Well,
I'm
because you were
excited.
silent while we were talking about things, and then I
I
looked over. and I
have
was
no
like,
input because I haven't been there as an adult. I have no input
well, we're gonna do some adult things.
because
yeah.
I got basically told what to do whenever we went with jazz
Right.
band. So it wasn't like I have an opinion on where to go in Chicago. I really don't care how we get there. I don't care. Whatever ends up working out, I don't care. Like it's not.
That's the way I like to travel with people who don't care. I mean, honestly, you know.
Because it's like I don't have an opinion on it. I'll go.
to Navy Pier?
Don't care. If we end up
Right.
going, okay. If we
No,
don't,
I
end up
don't
going,
want to.
Not a big
But
deal.
that's how people who have that's what people who have an opinion do. And you don't have any opinions, and that's why you're my friend. So, Chicago, you guys are going up.
Chicago.
That scared the fucking shit out of me because I thought you were playing a soundbite because I had my eyes closed when
Sorry.
you turned it up.
Didn't mean it.
I'm all out of sorts. You guys are going up Friday night after all the office hours festivities that I will be enthralled in.
When are you leaving?
Did I say that? word
Wednesday?
right?
Yeah.
Enthralled?
What? Engaged in?
Enthralled.
That is the way how you say it, but I'm not sure that's the correct usage.
Shit. We're gonna look it up.
Enthrall would be like, I'm amazed. It's like an amaze, like enthralling.
Capture the
Yeah,
fascinated.
captivated.
Capture the fascinated attention of.
Yeah.
So I use that word, right? White. I use that white.
You will be enthralled.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's what I said. Yeah, I
Yeah,
will be
Yeah.
enthralled.
Yeah.
I'll be enthralling.
Yeah. You are going to be the star of the show.
I am. I'm gonna be on stage with Jim. I
Didecker.
think that's his name.
Yeah.
Still gotta get it figured out.
Jime.
And
Jime.
Jick
Jime and Jip.
Berger
Mm-hmm.
and D-Bay Gugbound.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going up Thursday morning, early in the morning. My train, little hint there in case you want to meet up with me.
Little Amtrak
Little
made up.
I won't say the times, but yes, we are all taking the train. Different
Yeah.
times,
Different times,
different cars.
different places.
You won't know which cart we're in. Yeah, I'm taking it 8 in the morning, Thursday.
You just told me you said you wouldn't say the times, and here you are saying the times.
No, I said I'll say the times.
Oh, I thought you said.
I'm not gonna say. not
I
gonna
wanted
say
to get a
where.
drink, but I guess not.
Well, I can say that because this will be after I'm already up there, so we won't say what time we're coming back. Yeah, Thursday morning, leave at like 8. Get there midday,
Ugh.
and then that night we have a
Thursday night.
Thursday night we have a screening with just Doug, Matt, and I, and probably Wes too. Who's the office hours? What I would consider, I guess, the technical director in a way.
The techno world,
Gavin's techno world.
techno blade.
So we'll do that. It's like a screening thing where they're going to play Drop Concert 2. There's a new episode of The Compound. For any office hours heads that are listening, these are all inside baseball terms. I think some other videos. It looks like we're playing some things
Some
by
games,
playing some games. We're playing
some
Ice
Cards Against
Breaker games.
Humanity.
Yeah. No, we're playing some other clips from like some other people who I don't
Tim and Eric
truly know.
Crips.
Jim and Eric Cripps. No,
Clips?
it's like some cartoons from like some Chicago area college graduates or something. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I don't know fully what it is.
Like frankly, I don't give a. No, just kidding.
And Frank Lloyd Wright. So that'll be Thursday night.
And frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. That's a good one.
My dear. And then Friday is the day of the actual Office Hours Live in Chicago show at Shuba's Tavern. Sold out. That's a sold out show, Gavin. Which will be a good time.
Hello there.
And if somehow any Office Hours fans are listening, come say hi. Say, hey, I know you. You do that podcast, so whatever it's called. But no, come say hi to
The
me.
podcast.
It sounds like I'll be running the merch booth.
Okay.
I'm also doing some other things throughout the show. Probably going to be taking some pictures of the boys.
And doing a little fun little bit.
Doing some little under the table things,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. I'm doing a little thing on stage. I'm going to go on stage and do my own bit.
Yeah. I'll show
They
you.
don't even know about it
I'll
yet.
show you a bit.
Let's hope they don't hear this because they don't know anything about it. No, it'll be a great time. I'm very much looking forward to it. At first, I was really nervous.
You guys are having Brian Eno.
Brian
on.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Brian. Brian. No, Eno.
Yeah. Brian Eno. The producer. You're having him
yeah. Brian Eno's gonna
Yeah,
come up there
yeah.
and
on. Do
do whatever he does.
He's gonna do the aliens.
Intergalactic.
No,
planetary.
the Coldplay song. Where it's like.
Did he do stuff with Coldplay?
Yeah, he was like their main guy for the last 2 or 3 albums.
Oh,
Interesting fellow, which is why you should have him on.
I'll have him on tonight.
Yeah, get him on the show.
I'll get him on. I'll get on with him tonight.
Yeah,
So
let's get it on.
yeah, I was very nervous. I'm obviously still somewhat nervous about it, but
As nervous
I
as
had
you
like
were, like going to LA, like you'd been there before, right?
I wasn't nervous going to LA, man. I know that place like the black of my gland.
I know it because of GTA.
Bingo.
Mongo.
I played GTA just to prep for it.
Go to the Chinese theater and stuff.
Yeah, I just got to get ready for it.
Yeah.
Get a lap dance at the Chinese
Yeah.
theater. I was nervous, and then I had like some sort of like come to God moment.
God is dead.
I had a come to God moment earlier where I was just like, I just got like really amped up about it, and I was like, I was excited for it this whole time, but like,
Chicago or LA?
no, Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was getting really excited about going to Chicago back in
You know
April
what?
today.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
I don't know, something just hit me, and I was like, yeah, like I don't know, it's just like I got like really excited about it. So I think the nerves are gone, and once I get like, it's
you're
good
edging
that
the nerves out.
I'm edging. Once the thing on Thursday night happens, I'll be a lot more like all the jitterbugs will get out for the Friday morning show.
Right.
Look at you in the face. Yeah, I'm just fucking stoked about it. I can't wait to talk about it because we're gonna do an episode in Chicago, to be determined with who. So we can talk more about it then. But just excited about it, and then excited for you guys to come up Friday night and spend a couple days with the boys, chillaxing and prolapsing.
I'm gonna go get fucked up at the hotel bar.
Dude, we're gonna be chillaxing and prolapsing.
Yeah. Like
At the
how
hotel bar?
Yeah, at the hotel bar.
What hotel?
The bar at the hotel.
Right, the hotel we were staying at.
Yep.
I think it's called Hotel Foss.
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
5-star.
Marriott. It's owned by Marriott. It's a Marriott hotel.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Marriott.
It's a Marriott hotel.
It's like a Marriott.
It's a Marriott.
It's like
It's a Marriott hostel.
it's a Marriott hostel. You guys ever been to these hostels? They're like fancy hotels. You guys all stay in one room and you go to one bathroom.
Okay. Yeah.
Marriott hostel.
Okay.
You guys ever been to one of these Marriott hostels? They're so
So
freaking cool.
so yeah, I'm really excited.
You're excited.
I'm
Are you
excited.
excited? What are you most excited about? And give me every detail.
I'm mostly excited just to be in a city other than St. Louis, to be honest with you. Because I've been in and around St. Louis.
You haven't
For the-
been out of the state.
I haven't been out of state since 2018. so
Ever? You've never been out of the state?
I've never been out of state, but I haven't legitimately been out of the state of Missouri.
Since you graduated high school?
Yeah, basically.
Holy
like,
God,
like,
balls.
legitimately, I don't think I've been like I went to like Edwardsville, Illinois, but like, that doesn't really count. You know, like that's and I went to Springfield once. Springfield,
Edwardsville
Illinois.
is the Chicago of Southern
Yeah,
Illinois.
that's what I've heard. And there's a lot of tall buildings in Edwardsville too. Really tall, huge, really big ones. But
And blue collar what?
I take it back. I haven't been out of the bi-state area. I've never been out of the bi-state.
No one ever talks about the trans-state areas.
No, it's a tri-state.
Oh, shit. Sorry, tri-state areas.
Yeah, so I guess I've been to I take it back. I've been to Springfield in 2019.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. Springfield, Illinois.
So you haven't been bisexual since 2018.
No, I have not.
Hold it together.
No. So I'm really excited just to go because whenever we went to Chicago, it was very much like I was playing a video game that was a story mode on tracks, where it was just kind of like wake up, do these things.
You do this.
Yeah, you do this, and then now we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go do this, and then you're gonna play this, and then you're gonna go back.
That was like most of my experiences on my church trips.
Yeah,
Same sitch.
yeah. Whenever you guys would go, like if you go back and dig through the Drib channel, you'll find some church videos.
Yeah, you will.
Where
Maybe
you guys
one day those will get deleted.
probably.
Maybe one day those
Th-
won't be
these
there.
won't be there.
No, some of them are fine. Some of them are. I'm like, I could probably do without those.
Yeah.
Nothing against the Catholic Church or anything, but
You went on Catholic church trips?
so. What are you most excited about?
I think I'm mostly excited. I said just being out of the city, but mostly out. Mostly, I guess shopping, doing other stores and other restaurants other than like McDonald's, Taco Bell.
Your first round too?
Yeah, first round too, but doing other meals other than Taco Bell, McDonald's, Panda Express, Five Guys.
Well, I'm gonna show you guys a good time
Okay.
in terms
Keep
of
nodding
food,
your head.
In terms of food.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what Spencer has in store for us because he seems to have his own little plan going on. So we'll see how that ends up playing out.
I'm not even. God,
I can't tell when he's being serious about anything.
That's
I really
why
can't.
I'm just so thankful for modern medicine, because like things like that, my brain used to just be like, "What does he mean? We need to follow a plan. We need to have a plan for everything." And like now, I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Like I'm gonna have ideas, and if they don't happen, whatever.
Yeah.
And if they do, just whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, I also have to remember to take pictures because I think I did a pretty good job in Minneapolis of taking pictures, but I need to take better pictures, I guess. One's with me in the picture. You know what I mean? I took a lot of pictures of things.
Is Gavin in the picture?
Yeah.
Still?
I took a lot of pictures of things in Minneapolis, and I got maybe a couple of pictures of me in them. So,
but everybody's seen Minneapolis, but nobody's seen you in Minneapolis.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Everybody's been to Chicago. Chicago's been ran through, to say the least.
It has had a train run through it.
Yeah,
quite literally.
Yeah, it is fucked up.
Meet us at Union
They
Station.
have the L train out back.
Shit. Oh, I'll show you an L train, motherfucker.
They're choo. Oh, okay. Yeah, so looking forward to it. So I have this big topic I wanted to talk about.
Yes, let's get to it.
It's been doing numbers. It's been doing big numbers. I wasn't expecting to go this viral. So there was this purple puppet on TikTok that would talk about Star Wars lore.
Now,
lore is in like, Jesus fucking Christ. Lore as in, people ask questions like, "Oh, how did Luke get a green lightsaber?
Okay.
How did Darth Vader, or what's the difference? Like, how did we know that Darth Vader really killed Anakin?
Mm-hmm.
Like." Those types of things are like, who was Palpatine's master? Like those kinds of things. And he would go in depth on he knew a lot of Star Wars lore, like stuff that wasn't in the movies, stuff that was in comic books, stuff that was in books. Like he kind of knew his shit. And I think now to be honest with you, whenever whenever I had like a week off of like after being after school, I like a week of not doing anything. I came here and just stayed here for like a week. During that week, I watched I would say about 70% of all of his TikToks, and he had a lot of TikToks. But I watched most of his TikToks, and they were just interesting because I'm a Star Wars nerd, and I kind of like hearing those kinds of interesting stories. Why did Padme wear this and have all this stuff like that? Like that kind of thing, where it's like tiny little movie details or like references to things.
Whenever you get the chance. Now, why is it a puppet?
Don't know, but that's just the way it worked. That was just their platform. That was just their character that they wanted to do.
So it's literally a hand
And
puppet
Yeah. Now
telling you about Star Wars.
Hello, friends. Sorry about the environment, but
So the puppet's not even a Star Wars character.
No, it's just a puppet with like Star Wars.
Show me it one more time.
Star Wars state.
Man, where's a Star Wars shirt? Okay.
Yeah. And it wears Star Wars shirts and different, and it would be in different environments and stuff like that.
To each his their own.
So to be honest with you, I hadn't seen him for a couple weeks on TikTok because I've been be on TikTok late at night. You just kind of get stuff like that. So, I and it is honestly disappointing what I'm about to say, but he he had gained a pretty good amount of followers like that same week that I was watching. He had went from like 50K to like 150K to like 200,000. So I think he peaked around 280,000 followers, somewhere around there. And he was really accepting. He had good conversations, and he had good conversations with comments. He had good replies. He had a lot of care and effort that went into making this character. And there was an inkling in my head that I needed to go through. I didn't know who the real person was behind the puppet. It was just the puppet to me. And it was really easy to kind of convince myself it was just the puppet telling me the things, not the guy behind the puppet. It was, it's because it was every video was the puppet in the front. And I tried my best while I was watching them to see, there's got to be something wrong with this guy. Where it's like there's that shadow of doubt where I'm like,
Why did you think that though? What was
because
making
it
you
was
think
almost
that?
too wholesome. Where it's like,
Okay.
this guy's really nice.
Did anything creep you out about it?
No.
So it wasn't like this is kind of
Yeah, it wasn't weird or anything like that. It was kind of like, where does he start to crack? Where does he start to show his own opinion about things?
okay.
And because I think he had argued a couple times, like somebody had not argued per se, but just kind of replied to comment, and someone was like, oh, what do you think about the George Lucas selling Star Wars? And he was like, it's not going in the direction I wanted it to go into, but having more Star Wars content is always like a plus. So he always said stuff like that, where it was like, it wasn't obvious that he was saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
So someone or a few people went through and found his personal Facebook account and
Bingo.
found a treasure trove of racist and homophobic comments. He posted like anti-BLM stuff. He was anti-vax. He was anti-vax. You're
talking about the puppet.
The guy who was behind the puppet, not
Right.
the puppet. I just want to make sure that there was a distinction there, that it was not the puppet posting things about being homophobic
Right.
until his non-apology. And I will play his full amount. It was a apology video, quote unquote. It was supposed to be his apology
Okay.
video, like coming out and saying like, hey, I'm addressing the hate comments. So I'm sorry.
So people started being like, "We found your shit. What are you?"
Yeah, and what are you hiding, basically?
Right.
So he hold on. I have to go through the doc now because I think I put a Twitter link there.
Yeah, there is a Twitter link in here.
Yeah. So, basically, he is a right-wing nut job.
Mm-hmm.
He reposted. Sometimes some people will say, "Oh, retweeting isn't the same thing as actually posting it." Well, okay, he did post it without.
It's the same.
It's pretty much
there's
the
no
same thing.
Difference.
There's no like,
Fuck people who say that. That's
he
shit.
wrote posted a TikTok saying being woke is the same thing as being racist. Reposted a TikTok from that on his personal Facebook account.
Wait, let me think. What is being woke? Is the same
thing as being racist.
Okay.
He reposted something from
Okay.
Heroic Outfitters saying, it's a Jim from The Office pointing at something, the meme where he's pointing at something and then being like, looking at the camera. First one says, liberals aren't really mad that you chant "Let's go Brandon." They are mad because you are having fun when they spent 4 years being constantly angry and joyless.
I don't know any quote unquote liberals who get mad at people chanting "Let's go Brandon." I don't think I've ever.
I don't think it was more of like really funny to me that like,
that's why I
it was
say
hilarious.
it. I say it all the time because I think it's so
it's
stupid. and
fucking
funny.
hilarious. Because they thought they were the in crowd. He wrote, "Definitely worth your time on P&G employees responding to the vaccine mandate. I guess it technically would be a mandate. He reposted a TikTok saying, practitioner refuses to treat minor because he isn't vaccinated with the COVID vaccination, and she is calling the cops.
Was that supposed to be a real thing or something? Or
Yeah, I was like, it's supposedly a real thing, but whatever. He's posting But then it gets he's posting Timothy Keller, which I guess is some sort of religious zealot.
Okay.
He said that it was nice to see us heading in the right direction after the Indiana ended its federal unemployment benefits. He
Personally said that? Like
yeah, he's personally said that.
the
That
man behind
he-
the
yeah.
what's the man behind the puppet's name?
Alex McConaughey.
Okay.
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Not spelled like Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
He reposted Ron DeSantis saying, quote, as BLM pushes to defund the police, Ron DeSantis announces their worst nightmare, from Glenn Beck.
What was the
he-
worst nightmare?
I don't know what it was, but Glenn Beck said they aren't going to like this one, and Alex said, nice.
Nice.
There's a lot more of these, but
Mm-hmm.
he reposted Daily Wire posting about Candace Owens announcing her Daily Wire talk show.
Everybody's got.
He reposted Dan Bongino. He
Okay.
reposted. He said, "We knew it was coming. Gay marriage only opened the doors to all the rest." If ruining Star Wars wasn't bad enough, here it comes in reply to a title of an article saying Marvel Studios chief promises LGBT superheroes. He said, "As if ruining Star Wars wasn't bad enough, here it comes." Girl Scouts gives highest award to girl who organized a pro-abortion campaign. He said, "Tell me again that they don't intentionally find abortion." I guess it's supposed to be fund. So those were some of his personal stuff that people were saying that he was homophobic. If you're not supporting gay marriage and you don't like gay representation in media, you're homophobic.
It's obvious.
That is how that works.
Mm.
The official apology video is this.
Okay.
Sorry about the environment, but I kind of had to make this video on the fly. I need your help. I'm being attacked. Now, fortunately, it's only a handful.
Now, the weird part is that he's doing this as the puppet.
That's why I want to see it. I was just about to ask that.
And he is fully articulating this puppet. By the way, he's even got the hand thing. Like a Muppet hand
can't
stick.
wait.
Hello, friends. Sorry about the environment, but I kind of had to make this video on the fly. I need your help. I'm being attacked. Now, fortunately, it's only a handful of small timers right now, but they're making videos accusing me of being racist and homophobic. Now, unfortunately, these two words have been just thrown around way too much.
Which is a red flag for him to say that, because it's like clearly someone you know has been called racist or homophobic, and you know that they are,
Right.
and you're trying to discredit the words because they are true.
Lately,
Now,
and
how popular is this?
I say like 200,000.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't hear that.
200, 300,000 followers.
So
he had,
not insanely popular.
yeah,
but
not like
popular
millions and
enough.
millions and millions, but it was popular in the Star Wars community. People saw him
Right.
when you're scrolling your For You page. So
they're kind of losing their meaning, you know? People are just throwing it at anybody they disagree with. And a lot of you have followed me for a long time, and you know that I don't have a problem with people. I am always as courteous and respectful to people that I disagree with as I can be, and I don't always succeed, but I certainly try. And I've had good conversations with many of you, and you should know me by now. The problem is that there are some people who only feel good if they look for villains, even when there are none to be found. They create them so they can feel good about themselves. I'm being accused of being racist and homophobic. Now, this comes from a Facebook post from 2018. And in the post, I was disgusted by how Disney was using the homosexual agenda as a tool to get more viewership. They didn't really, to me it seemed like they didn't really care about the people. They were just using the agenda to get more money, and it disgusted me. Well, unfortunately, some people are taking this as something other than what it is. I absolutely love all of you. I love Star Wars. I'm here to talk about Star Wars, and that's all the videos I ever want to do. I hope this is the last serious video that I ever have to make. Now, I have my own personal beliefs, just as you do. I have my own personal way that I live my life, just as you do. So, I'm asking, if you see these videos, please refute them, and if they're inappropriate, go ahead and report them. But these people are starting to dig into my personal life and attack my family. That's just not acceptable no matter what. So, please, my friends, help me out with this, and I greatly appreciate it.
So there's that.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna have
Love
to
it
go through
already.
this. I'm gonna have to skip through another video to find it, but there is this this apology video.
Okay.
That's why I say apology, because he didn't apologize for anything other than being in an
So,
unprofessional environment.
You're saying there's another video?
Yeah, well, not another video, but there's a
Okay.
whole nother there's another. He had like clarified. So basically, another popular Star Wars creator commented on the video saying like, "Hey, like you can denounce these views from 2018. They dug these up, but you can just denounce them."
Right.
And I think a couple fans are like, "If you denounce these, you don't, come out and say it. Say that you don't believe these things anymore. Say, be a reasonable human being and say, hey,
Mhm.
these were wrong and they're still wrong, and I don't believe that anymore."
Right.
He didn't
he
have
didn't.
to. He didn't have to mean it,
Yeah.
but he could have just came out and said it.
Right.
I would have liked it if he had meant it, but instead he deleted his account, which is a huge admission of guilt.
His TikTok
His
account?
entire TikTok account,
Oh,
all
so
of
that
his social
post
media.
wasn't even by him.
It was by him before he deleted his account.
Oh, so that was like a screen recording.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Wow.
So he said, by that I mean increasing acceptance of the lifestyle. Nothing other than that, I'm likely guilty of poor word choice. So basically, he does not want people to accept homosexuality. Does not want people to accept it.
When he's still not denouncing what he said,
Exactly.
he's just trying to do a runaround.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
being
and he
like,
wants
"That's
people
not
to
what it
not.
means."
Yeah, and he wants people to report people that are trying to call him out for it.
Right.
So that's what I didn't want to take a screenshot of it because it'd be weird to have like a really low pixel count.
Right.
Because I was taking a picture of a picture. So, yeah. So there's been a lot of creators. There's this. What is it? Sorry, there's a lot of stuff on here I want you to see. There's this. There's a few D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons, puppets. I'm not kidding.
Why are there so many puppets?
I don't know, but there was this.
And
Hi, everybody.
I'm a
We just wanted
Muppet
to come on here real quick to talk about some stuff that's been happening.
Yeah, there's some bullshit happening in the puppet Star Wars universe.
Our
and-
word, not yours.
Yeah. And we're just here to say we don't stand for it.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Yeah, we don't claim him. And
He's
all-
yours now.
Yeah, he's all yours now.
Yeah, he's basically as good as a meatbag.
Yeah. So, F that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
Yeah. But come over here.
Yeah.
Where everybody's welcome.
Yeah. The rest of you.
Yeah.
The rest of you. Everybody. I mean, everybody.
Everybody.
Okay. That's it, right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay,
We
so
So these are the Dungeons and Dragons.
There's that one, and then there's also this really like red, furry, puffy one that's really funny too. He's funny to listen to. Except he's a lot more animated about it. He's a little bit more animated. He's got different like props. Yeah.
Oh, hey, glad you're here. Could you help me out with something? I'd really appreciate it. If you ever hear me use the phrase homosexual agenda, could you just do me a favor? Just come back here behind the bar. Just come back here behind the bar. Just reach down, get old Batty, and then just boop, right in the back of my noggin, please. I'd appreciate it very much. Thanks.
And I followed him because of that video. I thought that was
It's like
pretty
a
funny.
whole
Yeah, there's
puppet
there's
world.
yeah, there is, and
where
it might have been one of these creators that inspired him to make and I think that that's another reason why a lot of these creators have felt a responsibility to reply to this is that they may have been his inspiration for it, and it was great because it's great because there's so many people that are I mean like there's
show me something or someone.
I mean like there's literally like a whole other like there's a lot of Muppets here, like there's a
Wait,
lot.
what was that one? I want to see what that was.
Show me something or someone that would be a better senator than Ted Cruz. Show me.
So weird to me.
So there's
I'm invested now, though.
yeah, so there's a lot, and there's been Star Wars creators, some really good Star Wars creators who
Doing puppets?
yeah, no, not doing puppets, but other ones that were just kind of like, hey, like this guy's like fuck you, like literally they were like bullshit, like like I'm like you know the lore about Star Wars,
Right.
yet theoretically you would have sided with the Empire, theoretically.
Sure. I don't know.
So,
I don't know lore enough.
There's this one.
If I had a nickel for every time I was doomed by a puppet, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
I guess there's another puppet that got denounced.
Wow, dude, there's so much puppet shit.
Yeah.
That's so weird and
weird
to
those who
me.
are not super active on Star Wars TikTok, we've
This
had
is
some
one of the creators that like immediately spoke out about it.
really interesting drama the past day or two. There was a Star Wars lore account run by a puppet.
I was disgusted by how Disney was using the homosexual agenda. Like, you know.
And he came out as it was kind of a big account. The puppet did have about 200,000 followers. And it wasn't just this. Somebody also found his personal Facebook account, and I'm not going to post the screenshots because I don't want to dox him. But there was some suspect stuff on there. The election was stolen, gay marriage is...
And he also did, there was another post that I saw where it was like, they should start calling the pandemic the Dem Panic. He posted that.
Country stuff. Anyway, the puppet deleted its account today, and I do feel in part responsible, because I did create this image that's been kind of making the rounds. And no...
Puppet at January 6th.
Yeah.
Because I want to play these, but...
yeah. So that happened. And that was something that was big. And it was funny because Sean texted me about it and was like, hey, have you seen this?
Oh, so Sean even knows about it too.
Yeah, Sean knew about it. I couldn't get off the topic because I was running around the hospital like delivering stuff. So in my head, I was thinking of all these things. He said, have you heard about the purple puppet that talks about Star Wars? And he said, in the recent drama going, I said, yes, I watched them a lot. I'm so in love with the response people have. Like, they even have other puppets addressing it.
So
and then
weird,
he
dude.
said, and I said, I said he even did the apology as the puppet.
Right.
Like, as opposed to like.
Which is also like such a pussy thing to do.
Yeah,
because
it's like.
say that real quick.
I guess it would be. Him not being the puppet would be a complete admission of guilt that, yes, I'm someone behind the puppet. You know, hate me. You know, he could have done that where it's like, hate me, not the puppet.
Right.
Here's my account. Go hate me.
Right. And I
because you know so many people on that side, on the right side, are so infatuated with being canceled. It's almost like their thing to do now. They want to get canceled by the left or the gay, transgender people.
Right.
They want to get canceled like that. So it's kind of funny to me that he was just kind of like, oh, yeah, you caught me. Oh, well, delete it. Jig's up.
Yeah,
okay, bye.
But kinda, because he could have done that right away, but he didn't. He tried to dance around it.
Yeah.
And bring out some other shit. Now the whole time I'm thinking about just him being a puppet doing this.
Right.
That's just so funny to me. I love it.
It was waves through the Star Wars community. Like everybody in the Star Wars, and I'm not saying I'm very active in the Star Wars community, but I like Star Wars videos. I'm a Star Wars fan, so I was getting those for a long time.
I would have never known about this if it wasn't for you. So.
Yeah. And I think I saw a couple tweets about it too, like just because I'm in Star Wars.
I get it, dude.
So.
But how many of the new Star Wars shows have you seen?
Just Mandalorian.
You watched all of it?
Yeah.
Caught up?
Yeah.
So you haven't seen the new Obi-Wan show?
No. Or the Boba Fett show.
I thought that was the Mandalorian. No, it's a spin-off. Jesus Christ, I don't know any of these things. It's okay. I'm gonna be a puppet.
So I think I ended up following it was cool because the community was supporting him, not because of that, but they were supporting him for a long time before all those things came out about him.
Right.
And he had recommended other creators to go watch for Star Wars lore and more specific, like Mandalorian lore, because Mandalorian is like a race in Star Wars, or it's like a religion in Star Wars. It would be like a Jedi or a Sith is like a religion. So there's people who were like Mandalorian specific. There's people who were lightsaber lore specifics, and there were people who were different fandoms even he would recommend. So he had I think he had a good rapport with a lot of people in the community, and I think that's another reason why so many people in the community were so disgusted at this, because it's like the Star Wars lore, and you should have known that this is an allegory to Hitler.
Right.
I guess not an allegory, but a metaphor for the Nazi regime. So that was it's funny because there are still some people who are just just defending him, and it's
Oh, of course.
yeah, that just comes.
Are there
comes with
puppets defending him?
it. No, I don't think so. All the puppets are kind of
If
all.
you find
skinny.
it,
Yeah,
we'll get
I'll
an
have to
update.
find some, but I don't think so. But yeah, like he said, he did handle. He had good conversations with people, and he did seem to approve of a lot of people. Now, this is always a controversial topic in the Star Wars community. In Star Wars Episode 8, the character Rose Tico, the one who kisses Finn at the end of the movie,
Okay.
it was kind of a forced kiss, and that Rose was forced onto the fans. And they
Oh.
bullied her out of social media because they didn't like her character.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Star Wars people really good.
yeah,
Really
really
good
cool,
people.
really good fans.
As we can see.
As we can
thanks
see.
to the puppet.
So, yeah. So that's a controversial topic, but people really hated that character. But the way that they would go about saying that they hated her was racist and inappropriate.
Okay, so she
was Asian.
Asian.
Yeah. So,
So-
he was I wouldn't say he was of the racist variety in there, but he was just kind of like, I didn't really like that they were, forcing this character that we didn't have any connections to in the one movie and expected us to accept
Right.
it.
It's like he tried to ride that narrative as close as he could without going too far.
And there
over.
wasn't even any gay Star Wars characters. The only thing that happens in Star Wars that is remotely gay is that there is one gay woman couple kissing in the end of Star Wars Episode 9 for 0.05 seconds. It's literally like a tap, like a kiss. That's it. I mean, like, seriously, like, that's it. And
Buzz Lightyear.
And it was, I think it was because, like, I think John Boyega, actor for Finn, and then Poe Dameron's actor, Oscar Isaac, who also did Moon Knight, tied back to Moon Knight there with Ethan Hawke, alluded to the fact that maybe Poe and Finn were gay. Maybe.
Oh, shit.
And
I'm into that.
Yeah.
But don't talk about Rose Teacup.
Yeah, no. So that was, and I'm pretty sure that was maybe what he was alluding to, that gay people ruin Star Wars. So,
You heard it here first. Gavin said it. Gay people ruin Star Wars.
I guess so. You're right. It's in his words, not mine.
I don't know, dude. I heard you say it.
Yeah,
Came
you're
out
right.
of
No,
your
it came out of my
mouth.
mouth. It came out of my mouth. So,
No, I
it's-
love that. That
yeah.
was great.
Yeah, you're welcome for the little.
Gavin, I saw this in in our Google Doc that we have a couple days ago, and I was like, "Oh, Gavin just wants to talk about the Jewish stereotype Star Wars character that we were talking about with Brendan."
Well, they also have an Asian
last
stereotype.
week.
The
great.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's all in the first movie.
Who?
The
Who's
the green
Asian?
aliens.
Oh.
They all talk with like Asian accents.
Okay, you'll have to show me exactly what you're talking about so I can know
Yeah,
for sure.
it's pretty
but
bad.
George Lucas was a great guy.
He's really good at writing.
Rest in peace.
The thing is that he is so focused on world building, he didn't give a fuck about like writing, and he didn't invite any writers on. He just wrote it all himself.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Hey, you should," and he's like, "No,
No, I'll do it.
no, I'm good."
No, I'll do it. And they'll all turn out great, and they all did.
Yeah, it's a flawless movie series,
Flawless victory.
and everybody understands it.
Well, that was fantastic. I love that. Speaking of, quickly before we wrap this up, because I do want to go to fucking bed. To wrap up Elon's buying Twitter escapades, he is officially not buying Twitter anymore. Gavin, what a shame. It's almost like you called it. And you did. So Elon Musk was going to buy Twitter, as literally everybody knows. And then nothing happened for a while. Even though the stock was sold, his Tesla stock was sold, ready to go.
And I think they had to go through court hearings for it too.
But well, for now they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like he already I think pulled the stock out or something, already did some obviously shady stuff on purpose with the Tesla stock.
Mm-hmm. And he also
Saying
tried
about
using it as
buying it.
leverage.
Right.
Over Twitter to be like, I can buy it.
I can fix all these
Yeah.
things. And then during this time, he's gonna buy it. He was gonna buy it, and then like a couple of days, maybe even just a day went by, and then it was like,
Not
so
buying it.
Yeah, is it gonna happen? And then that's when the right wing craziness started. And then that has led us to now. I think a couple weeks ago it was confirmed he's not buying it, and Twitter is now suing him
For that price.
Yeah. Oh, nice. For not buying it. And
That's what it was. Is he was trying to get the price of the Twitter stock down. Like he was
Okay.
like, I'm gonna buy it for this, and they're like, well, our stock right now is at 59. He's like, I'm gonna buy it for 52. I was like, yeah, but our stock's at 59.
Right. So he's being sued now, and it's funny. So like I said, all the right wing craziness started around that time. Him talking about voting for DeSantis, and I used to be a liberal and now I'm not.
Yeah, that was-
just like hopping the wagon to
He's a grifter.
right, just grifting onto whatever.
Same thing with his Hyperloop tunnel. It's just Tesla's underground.
Right. And so he started doing all that, and then funny enough, the right-wing Lord and Savior Donald Trump on Truth Social posted a picture of him and Elon in the White House from a while ago.
It looked photoshopped to me.
It does look photoshopped to me, and that's why I keep being like, is it real or not?
Well, I think he has a reputation of posting fan-made content.
So it could be. No one said anything about it, but like that was definitely the first thing I noticed was like, this picture looks real weird. But they got his shadow, like his reflection on the desk and everything. So I don't know. You can obviously Photoshop that, but Donald Trump said, when Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, and telling me how he was a big Trump fan and Republican, I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. So just a fucking out of nowhere unexpected blow from good old Donnie Trump. Just, good to see him back on his baddest behavior.
Actually, he is pretty active.
He finally is.
Yeah, after like months of not being seen, he is really active. Like this is basically all the things that he would be doing on Twitter.
I've heard he said a couple good funny things. Funny for different reasons, obviously, but
He tweeted 5 days ago, inflation, 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 and it was all so avoidable.
How?
Also,
you set this in motion,
he referenced rhinos. Looks like Speaker Robin Voss, a longtime professional rhino, always looking to guard his flank, will be doing nothing about the amazing Wisconsin Supreme Court decision, stating loud and clear that the impossible to control ballot unlock boxes in the state are illegal. What a waste of brilliant and courageous decision by the Wisconsin's highest court. The Democrats would like to sincerely thank Robin and all of his fellow rhinos for letting them get away with murder, rigged and stolen election.
To possible and possibilities.
Oh, yeah, and he also has a picture with Jack Dorsey.
That also looks Photoshopped.
It does look Photoshopped, but that looks a little bit more real. But yeah, here it is. He did tweet out. He truthed it out.
He truthed it out.
And he said, and now Elon should focus on getting himself out of the Twitter mess because he could owe $44 billion for something that's perhaps worthless. Also, lots of competition for electric cars.
What? I really wonder why he's so like.
I think that this looks Photoshopped because it definitely is. This is definitely Photoshopped.
I mean, it looks like it is, but I think the Jack Dorsey one looked fake too. Show me that one again. I didn't even see that one until you just showed it to me. Yeah, I mean, that one looks just as bad, in my opinion. It looks like he took the same picture, just put Jack on one and
I'm
Elon
still
on
logged
the
in
other.
as Jeremy Renner, by the way.
Of course. I really just wonder why he really went on after Elon for that. I don't really get that at all. Like,
it's funny because they're it's egos. It's egos over, and they're literally in the same class of people.
Right.
They're in the same
And now
like
they're both-
multi-million-dollar class of people, and
they're on the same level of like
Yeah.
who they
right,
you know,
and who they're just
they believe in.
yeah, exactly.
So why?
Egos.
It's so weird.
It's
Maybe
an ego.
he-
It's
he-
an ego trip.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
Maybe.
Voting for Elon 2024.
He's legally. I don't think he's able to become president.
Why?
Because his dad's from South Africa. He was born in South Africa.
So was Obama.
Speaking of Elon Musk's
Obama.
father, owner of an emerald mine.
I know this.
Yeah, he raised a stepdaughter since she was 4, and she's now 35 years old and is now having twins with her.
Yes, he stepfather got
Errol.
stepdaughter. What?
Errol, that's his name. Errol.
Errol.
Yeah, ERROL.
He got his stepdaughter pregnant.
Yay! Isn't that
and
cool? Totally not
Elon-
fucked up.
Elon also knocked up one of his
Employees, advisors
from SpaceX. And she
And-
just had twins.
Maybe I don't think he's having twins, but I don't think that the Errol Musk is having a. I don't think he's having twins, but he had a kid with that
Yeah.
stepdaughter that he had.
But the person
had a
Elon
relationship.
knocked up
Yeah,
had
twins.
And was definitely, she was pregnant with those twins the same time I believe Grimes was pregnant with XA249562.
Yeah.
And another thing, I don't have this clip to like prove this, but I heard that there's a clip of somebody asking Elon about his son or daughter, whatever they are, who he just had with Grimes, and like said the name, the X-Ash-12 or whatever, and said, "How is yada yada yada?" And he was like, "Who? Who are you talking about?" And forgot the kid's name. And like, I came up with this crazy name because it's our favorite airplane and yada yada. And he couldn't even fucking remember it, apparently. I'm going to see if I can find it. I feel like I'm having a Joe Rogan moment. Elon Musk forgets baby name. It's got to be real then. Here we go. I can't wait to fucking watch this.
I'm so fat. Brendan, you're not fat. It's the shirt.
This is the clip.
Look at Nate. He's
I'm here. Sorry? You mean my kid? That sounds like a password.
It sounds like a password. Whoa, that's so weird. So
Wow,
did
that's
you
bizarre.
hear-
Maybe you shouldn't have named your son that.
Did you? Let me replay it again because it was kind of quiet. But for the people in the back.
I'm here. Sorry? You mean my kid? That sounds like a password.
Whoa, weird.
Every time I think of Grimes, I think of that one song she has.
I couldn't tell you a ground song.
It's like a techno song.
Isn't that Gavin's Techno World?
Yeah.
Isn't that just so funny that once you have, I think he has 9 kids now, if I'm not mistaken.
That's one.
Stranger Things.
That's her song. That I know.
I think he has like 9 kids now. I want to say.
That's
Terrible.
Grimes.
Grimes step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just piece of shit.
Yeah. Real piece of work.
Oh yeah. Let's wrap this up. What do you listen to, you fuck?
So last night, I get a lot of time in the IV room. So with that, I get a lot of time to listen to whatever the fuck I want. So what I've been listening to, I've still been listening to Glow On, Typhoon's, DJo's album.
You'll get it.
And Black Keys albums that I like.
Not the new one.
Not the new one. I did listen to it once. Still in the back there. I was like, still does not hold up to me. But I'll tell you what, I am infatuated right now with the album The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars by David Bowie, 1972 album. There's a lot of really good songs on here. It Ain't Easy is really good. Starman. 5 Years, Moon Age Daydream, Starman, It Ain't Easy, Lady Stardust, Hang On to Yourself, Ziggy Stardust, Suffragette City, Rock and Roll Suicide are all really good. The whole album is really good, and it's insane that this whole album is just front and back fantastic. And I've listened to Many HD Dreams, Suffragette City, Rock and Roll Suicide a million times, but the rest of the album I had never heard before, and still very good. I do really like it, and it's it brings me back to my classic rock roots, and fantastic album. Now I want it on vinyl, and it would be very easy to find on vinyl, especially original pressing, because I'm pretty sure a lot of it was sold.
Dude, just go buy a copy at Urban Outfitters.
You're right. But yeah, and Ziggy Stardust is a good song as well. But
I need to get down the Bowie hole.
I think you would like him.
I do. I just need to get into him and actually listen to albums and stuff.
And I think Ziggy Stardust is 50 years old, by the way. So as a character, so yeah, just crazy good album. And I tried listening to Hunky Dory, but it was the end of the shift, and I just kind of was like, I'm not feeling it. So,
well, I got some train time. I gotta.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Kill.
It's a very quick listen. It's 40 minutes. It's 38 minutes. It's very quick.
Favorite Bowie album?
I would say it is, because that's the first album I've really listened to all the way through. But I do like Let's Dance a lot too, the 1983 album, and Scary Monsters and Super Creeps.
Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites.
Yeah. Those are all pretty good albums too, but this one is a consistent sound throughout. There's no strange weirdness about it, and I'm sure if I looked at the lyrics, they'd make a little bit more sense. I think it's more of a story-driven album, and still pretty good. So I enjoy it, and I need to start listening to his albums in order. I think that would be an interesting take.
That's on my list to listen to, is more Bowie. Or as Jordan Peter would say, David Bowie.
Yeah, there we go.
I gotta get it. David Bowie.
Yeah, there we go.
David Bowie. Why listen to David Bowie? Well, that's beautiful. I kind of tossed around a couple ideas of what I was listening to this week. And then I was like, oh, I know what I'm listening to, because it's something I want to slightly talk about, because it's very exciting and interesting. So there's a band called Have Mercy that I've been a very, very big fan of probably since, no joke, 8th grade, I would say.
What's the band?
Have Mercy. They've been around since 2012 or so for a long time. And I knew
long time, 10 years.
Super long time. It's fucking gotta be 20 years now. I had heard of them because it was back whenever my whole family shared Apple iTunes shit together. And so
I forgot about that, because it would be you would download something, and then everybody would see it. Yeah.
So that was I just remember seeing it pop up, and I was like, oh, what's this? And I played it, and I was like, wow, this is terribly depressing, but I love it. It's just super depressing music, but so much emotion and stuff like that. And so really got into it then, and kind of would kind of jump back on the train every once in a while, and then got really into it, listened to the whole back catalog back in 2018. Super long time ago, 2018.
Yeah, the faraway past.
So long ago. And then I ended up seeing them. I say them, but it was mostly one guy at that point. It used to be a band, and then the main guy, Brian, kind of it changed so many times where it was just kind of he was Have Mercy, and the Have Mercy was the whole band, but it was mostly just him as
That's very much how the Shins worked.
Oh, really? Okay. It's also kind of like The Cure, because The Cure has
nobody original
besides Robert
Smith. Yeah.
I'd love to. Is there any band, you would maybe know this, is there a band out there that literally nobody in the band is the same? There's no original members anymore. Not because of death, but
yeah, just they didn't want to be in it anymore. I'm trying to think of some. I think I know some.
But I want to figure that out, because that's so funny to me. I just want to find a
I think
band
Foreigner Foreigner has one guy,
funny.
I think, still.
But they're good. There's some, that's an older band now.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that most of them quit. I don't think it was I think The Who is mostly replacements, but I think they all died.
The Who is all by the Replacements.
Yeah. No, The Who is basically all replacements at
right.
this point, except for I think one guy. One or two guys.
And
of
they
the
also
original,
kind of
5.
they also kept it in the family a bit.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, for sure.
But so, yeah, love to have Mercy forever.
You just recommending the band or the album?
I'll get to that in just a second. I'm doing like a
Jeez.
little bit of a long thing here. I'll keep it kind of short. So
Yeah.
got really into them in 2018. Ended up seeing them 4 times, maybe 5 times. And also the first time I saw them is the reason why I am as into hardcore metalcore as I am today, because they were like opening for a hardcore metalcore band, which is like, it was complete polar opposites. But that really got me into that kind of music, but loved them a lot. I could just tell that the band was kind of going downhill. Again, they just kept changing, and like the main guy, Brian, was kind of going through some stuff at the time, and even kind of like briefly talked about it on stage. And then that led to a final in quotation, album release back in 2019. So the year after, they released what would end up being their final album at the time, The Love Life. And then my kind of hunch with that is like, I think that was kind of just like a, let's see how this does, and then we'll make a decision from there of like what happens with, you know, quote unquote, the band. So that released, and then like a couple months later, he was kind of just like, you know, as of right now, Have Mercy is no longer a band. Brian will continue to do music on his own under his own name or something like that. And so he did, and I still haven't even listened to like any of his solo stuff, so to speak. But so that was like, you know, a couple years ago.
He has
now.
a solo project.
Yeah, but just under his name, Brian Swindle, I think is his name.
Okay.
And so that happened, and then a couple months ago, it was just kind of like, Have Mercy's back again. We're, you know, making music with a whole new band, you know, and everything like that. And it was like, I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, I never really felt like it was over anyways, because it was still Brian through the whole thing anyway.
Brian Eno.
Brian Eno the whole time. But it's cool, you know, it's just exciting. And so they announced that they were going to release this, I believe, just an EP. I think beginning of August. And they just released the first track off of it called I'm Gonna Be Okay, which is what I'm recommending. Sorry for a long story about it,
It's
just, yeah, I'm Gonna Be Okay. Yeah, sorry for the long story, but it just, you know, exciting that they're back and doing music again. And though I'm not fully in love with this song like all of their other music, I do really like it. It does make me excited for the full EP or whatever it is, EP or LP. But it's just exciting and fun to see that they're back and kind of back with that sound again. And I honestly think that, like, I felt this way with The Love Life, which was their album before they split up, so to speak. And I think I like that album, but I don't love it. And I think that's because that was finally when Brian was like actually getting happy and quit drinking and stuff like that. And I think that's why I didn't like it as much, is because like all of his other albums, he was probably like miserable.
Yeah.
And that's why
He's
they're
like, I
probably
fucking hate
so
everything.
good.
Yeah.
And so, you know, not that, you know, I'm very happy that he's doing well now. And I feel, you know, I've had that with other musicians and bands, but always prefer mental health over good music. But it is just funny sometimes how that happens. And like, like I said, I've had that experience with other musicians and bands where it's just like, it's like, oh shit, they're finally happy now. Now their music isn't as good.
I think that's where the Black Keys are right now. Is they're both really happy. They have stable relationships. I'm pretty sure.
Damn it.
And
When are
it's
you guys gonna go through some shit again?
Yeah, because that's the reason why. That's the reason why they released like their 2014 Turn Blue album, is because like one of them had went through a divorce and the other one was dealing with his own like loneliness.
Right.
So
and that's why Ringo Starr's solo stuff was so great.
It's so good, yeah, because he's lonely.
He's so lonely. But anyways, long story
And he doesn't
about
have
that.
a son.
Is that true?
No, he does have a son.
Oh shit. He plays drums for him.
Yeah, he plays drums for the Who.
For the Who, you're right. Holy shit, there's the connection. Let's go.
Gwar is one of the biggest bands that I recognized. Gwar.
Yeah,
does not have original members. One of the only original members who had stayed with the band for the entirety died in 2014.
Oh,
but
shit.
then some of the original members came back and filled in. So
If anybody's died, in my opinion, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's like the band continues. I would say the Shins are probably the closest. They have one guy and it's just the singer, and they've had a rotation of people.
But the Cure, man.
The Cure, I think
I want to
Squeeze
find
has
a
had the same kind of thing.
full-
Squeeze, the band that we saw.
But they have two guys. Who
Yeah,
are
they have two
originals.
guys who are the same, and it's the singers, but that's
Right.
it, like, and I think that singers kind of
Are the band.
are the sound, are the band.
Yeah.
At some point.
At a point.
Yeah.
At a point, they become
The band.
The
yeah,
band.
Yeah.
The,
Not the band. The
the
band.
band.
The band.
No, I agree. And like, I feel like that's kind of like, it kind of sucks that that's the case,
Yeah.
but that's just kind of the way it goes. I feel like you have to, if you're in a band, you have to accept that no matter how douchey or not douchey the singer is, he like is the front person. He encompasses the band. When people think about the band and who's in it, they're going to think about them and not the drummer or whatever. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I feel like you kind of have to, if you're in a band, you probably already know that. So, yeah, maybe that'll be our a little topic
The
for next
Misfits
week.
doesn't have any original members.
Yeah, I guess that's true because Danzig left.
Mm-hmm.
Any of them though? None of the. Because
there was a woman bass player.
Jerry Only is still in. Oh,
Yeah.
Jerry Only might not be in it anymore. I feel like he still goes back.
No,
I don't know, I'll have to look it
Jerry
up.
is still part of it, but the original bass member for the Misfits allegedly is no longer part of the band.
Now, original, was he on for like a year and then left, or was he on for a little?
It was a
couple
woman
years?
bass player, who had
and
been
she
there-
was on for a
she was-
couple.
Yeah, it was also a similar, like the Weezer. Weezer had started with a different guitarist, and he had emotional issues, and left right before their first album, and
Okay.
but they only credited him on one song, and then they ended up making amends. So it was like he was part of the original band, but technically he's not anymore because they replaced him like as soon as he left.
Right.
It wasn't like this gap of years where they didn't have anybody, But
Well, yeah, that could be a fun thing for next time or another time is to find out bands that have no original members. I'll have to look up the Misfits thing and see if that truly is the case. Shall we wrap this up so I can take a tinkle?
Oh yeah, me too. Kill
It's like when they
Motherfucking Depeche Mode does not have any. Have you ever heard of that band? Kill Motherfucking Depeche Mode.
That's the
band.
full name of the
That's
band?
Yeah, it's KMFDM.
Oh, that's what that stands
Yeah,
for?
Kill Motherfucking Depeche Mode. Yeah.
Why? I never knew that.
Yeah.
Why is that what that
Don't know,
stands for?
but I don't think they have any original members either.
Do not like that band at all.
I don't think I do
really
either.
don't
I
that
like
band.
Depeche Mode. I like
Yeah.
Depeche Mode more.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like I like
Oh,
Depeche Mode more.
completely different things.
Yeah.
No,
KMFDM.
Yeah, is not a good band.
I'll have to play them a
I
little bit
don't.
after this.
I'm not.
Not a fan.
I also another band I really don't like, NoFX. Not a fan of NoFX.
NoFX? Okay.
NoFX is how
Oh,
you would
In
say it.
Excess? Do you like In Excess?
I couldn't tell you anything about them besides their singer killed himself, apparently autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh yeah. So slide over here and give me a moment.
I know
Your
they're one that if
moves
I
are
heard
so
more,
raw.
I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a NoFX fan. I was just thinking of bands that have
Is it FX or FX?
FX. NoFX.
Oh, FX. Okay.
Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan of them.
They look like a strange band, so.
Yeah, the guy
Oh,
just
okay.
like it's just
Generic
it's-
punk.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about him.
I got it. Anthrax?
I like Anthrax.
Yeah, I like Anthrax too. Slayer's pretty
Slayer's
good too.
great. Slayer and Anthrax are not anywhere.
No.
They're way above NoFX.
Yeah. Someone asked this guy who dances to music to dance to a Slayer song, and it's pretty funny.
Oh, the
black guy.
Yeah, with
yeah.
the yeah.
Yeah.
I should know his name.
Yeah.
but-
He does really. I mean, he's really good at dancing. It's just really funny
He's
to see
great.
him dance to
and
Slayer.
he's fucking yoked.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's buff, dude. Well, he looks like a guy that probably doesn't work out, but it's
Yeah.
just like naturally
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
ripped for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
Fuck people like
Well,
that.
anybody. Well, anybody.
Well,
Anyway.
anybody.
Anyway.
I'm shaking my leg because I gotta go drain
Yeah,
this
me too.
hose.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to TikTok. I didn't do this last week, by the way. I just played this outro. I didn't do like my outro.
Because you were done. You were like,
Yeah.
I want to get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 72. We'll be here listening to you. You'll be here listening to us. Keep listening, keep watching, keep sharing. We'll be here.
Next
And we have new pictures, so go check those
Oh
out.
yeah, we didn't even talk about those. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Brendan.
Yeah, thank you, Brendan Batchelor, who was on with us last week. We had a lot of fun. Great episode.
I was still stoked to see the pictures, and I still am always stoked to see them.
They're so good.
So good.
And I'm really happy with that edit I did with those two of us together. Yeah, please go check those out because Brendan took his free time to do that for us. Literally his free time.
Yeah.
And we can't thank him enough for
Yeah.
it. But those turn out so good. Like literally so happy about them. I'm just going to keep sharing them as much as I can. Because they're great, and I'm using the picture for like every single
me too.
social media and everything now. But yeah, go check those out. Thank you, Brendan. And we'll see you next week from Chicago.
Goodbye, bye.